Hey, how are all my Bethesda nerds out there doing? I'm so glad our first video had some success. Today's video we'll be talking about Listening Post Bravo, most likely found by joining the Brotherhood and going throughout the quest Blind Betrayal. Which in the quest you find out where Dance is hiding by his little scribe, either sparing him or executing him. There are a couple weird things. For one, a Yaogwai somehow got down there, or the hole leading to the next room. Pretty weird, honestly, how the hole or the Guy got down there, but we progress. But what we'll be talking about is the terminal, a 5-report terminal, which we'll be going over and picking about what we know. So we're going to go over the 5 reports, we're going to go over them thoroughly, and let's get into it. Okay, so for the first report, Captain Rutledge ordered me to take over the long-range monitoring today. That means 4 weeks stuck in the bunker with only military rations, old mags, probably poor mags, I'll be honest guys, and the transitioner radio to keep me company. However, I'll try to make the most of it by doing my job and monitoring the airwaves for any suspicious transmission. Maybe next month I'll get a more interesting assignment. But for now, it's time to kiss the delight of day goodbye for a month. So, for this entry, it's mainly just the intro, how we got here and what he's doing. So there's really nothing to talk about than what the actual listening post is for. It's mainly just a listening post. There's no other way to put it. So we're going to move on to the next report where stuff gets a little bit more strange and fun to talk about. I had a strange incident today. I was monitoring the low band frequencies, the stuff normally used by outdated equipment, maybe the past workers in the post, when I came across a very strange repeating message. It was in English, but it was very difficult to make out due to the static. It stopped after an hour, but I was able to make out a few phrases. Internal void, dreams are only getting darker, and blood runs so still. The only other thing I was able to pick up, what I assumed to be a call sign, DEK. I'm going to send these phrases over to translation in Washington as soon as possible. Okay, so for our first mystery, it's pretty much solved. DEK means Dead End Kings, and it's from a album from the band Catatonia. I am butchering that name. Which Blood Runs So Still and Eternal Void being from them too. But let's not forget, even those are Easter eggs, but they can still mean something that has a double reference. So let's just say it's the Easter egg, right? That can mean something in the Fallout universe, even though that means something in our universe. On to the next. I haven't heard a thing from Washington yet, so I assume they haven't come up with any answers. While I was waiting, I decided to continue monitoring that same frequency around the clock. I tuned in, and I haven't heard anything in 4 days. I'm getting awfully anxious to hear something new, or for the translation guides to tell me what the heck I heard. But for now, I'll just have to wait. It's just a chain link to feel in the second and fourth report. But that does raise alarm onto why they are waiting to send a report back to this poor lonely guy. Maybe the nuke's already dropped. Because as fair as I am concerned, there's really not any date anywhere. There's nothing at all. On to the next report. I woke up today to a banging noise on the elevator, like someone was trying to get in. I looked at the readout, and it said that the elevator has been locked down, has been in the lockdown position since I got here. So that doesn't make any sense. I decided to activate the bunker's defense system as a precaution and broke out the emergency rifle. We kept the lock up down here. I have to admit, a cold chill was running down my spine. The banging continued for almost an hour straight. Then it stopped. I don't know why, but I have a strange feeling that that's somehow related to the mysterious broadcast I intercepted. Okay, downright spooky, but there are a couple reasons I can think of. For one, ghosts. Let's not forget about the ghosts. There is even one in Nuka World in that manor. Let's not forget about that. So ghosts are a real thing in the Fallout universe. The nuke could have dropped, and that could have been, the poor souls from the outside world too trying to get in. You never know. Maybe the nuke broke the readout. And that is a good thing. I'm moving on for the next thing. For 2, the readout could have stopped working, and whoever wanted in started banging. So as far as I know, there could have been another poor soul down there, in a different way. Another reason is he is going insane from being down there for so long. His brain is making ways to keep him entertained. Another one is a medical one, or induced, but seeming he is a soldier and the U.S. military keeps the soldiers to good health and doesn't usually let them do drugs, we can somewhat rule that out safely. On to the next report. It's been 5 days since the banging on the elevator in Washington finally broke radio silence to tell me that the holotape recordings they received was blank. Oh no. When I listened to my local playback, I discovered that they were right. My tape has nothing. When I mentioned the noises, I heard that they told me it was possible. I was experiencing auditory hallucinations from being isolated for so long. They said to hang tight and they'd send someone out to relieve me. It's possible that the isolations did something to my mind. Maybe I wanted to find a mystery to solve to keep me occupied in the time so badly. My imagination decided to take over. Whatever it was, I hope this doesn't go down in my permanent record. Okay, since this is the last report, it could have been a hallucination. I give it a 50-50, honestly. I'd like to think something more sinister was played, because, that'd be good, like the Dunwich Boars stuff. The soldier, though, probably had auditory hallucinations, or something that was truly trying to cut him down. Otherwise, we don't know the dates or anything. This guy could have been heard the nukes outside. He could have heard little rattles and thought they were bigger from the elevator. He could have heard pebbles falling and thought someone was trying to chunk a fucking boulder at him. You don't know, right? That's just, we don't know. Honestly, the other than the guy who was at the wrong place and arguably the wrong time, that's about it. That's all we really know. Please comment down below what video you want me to do next, and if you liked it, of course, subscribe. It's pretty awesome, and of course, my videos will only get better. I'm not going to upload the next one until I believe the next one will be better than this one. Thank you guys.